Right lads, episode 2. So we looked at electronics and electricity and how they're connected, right? So the closer look at today, we'll look at circuits. Right? So we know that when a positive voltage supply goes into a component, then you're going to have a voltage drop across that, right? So because it's only one light bulb, it goes from 9 volts across the bulb, and then you have the 0 volt in at the negative rate, because it all goes from positive to negative. Okay, so there's two connection ways that we need to look in, right? So we can either connect in parallel or we can connect in series. Series, parallel, is when the connections are running side by side. Okay, and series is when they are one into the other. So, if I have two circuits, right? Plus, minus, 9 volts, 0 volts, and I have one connected this way into that light bulb, and I have one connected this way into this light bulb, right? So that would be parallel. Okay, and you also have series, so you have your plus and your minus, 9 volts, 0 volt. Okay, and that is connected this way, right? Or pretend that's a light bulb, sorry, into a light bulb. They're actually resistors, my bad, into your negative. Okay, so ask yourself, what are the common differences? Series, one into the other, and bulb one after the other. So I'm going to put a third one here just because it's 9 volts. So, how much power do you think each of those are getting? So there's 3 bulbs across the 9 volts, so you get 3 volts each. Now, you get 3 volts here, right? So the 9 volts leading into one, because there's 3 of them, this one will get 9 volts. Because they're the exact same, and there's 3 of them, so 3 divided by 9 would be 3. So the second one, you'd lose 3, which would be 6 volts. And the third one, you'd lose 3, so it'll be 3 volts, right? And back to your 0 volt here. So look at the common difference. Because they're in series, it is the first component on the circuit will get the most power, and the last component get the least power. So this will be going from brightest to darkest. Okay? Whereas this one, all 3 would be the same brightness, right? The next question I'll ask you is, what happens if I cut the circuit here? And what happens if I cut the circuit here? Well, we know that these two would stay lighting because they have their own separate circuit. Okay, so it would flow through here, down and around, and it would flow through here, down and around. Okay, whereas if we cut it here, the circuit becomes black, right? And it can't pass. So all of these will turn off, only this one will turn off. So understand the difference, right? Because they're in parallel, these would get a division, the same supply of this one, right? And because these are in parallel, there's a voltage drop across each of them, so each one will be getting weaker. So, next thing I'm going to move on to is circuits, right?